Ryan Poles' first rookie class looks really, really impressive. Let's break down what we saw to the Rooks in their first preseason game, and it starts right now. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago Bears daily on this channel. It's the only channel to talk Chicago Bears, how Bears talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. Man, listen, I was really impressed by the Chicago Bears rookies in their first preseason game. I understand it's against a lot of vanilla defense. I understand it's also against a lot of vanilla offense, but seeing the activity, seeing the intensity, seeing how much these guys attacked in their first preseason game, I thought we saw a lot of good out of Ryan Poles' first draft class. Let's break down some of the things that we saw, some of the guys that really stuck out to me. Let's start it off on the offensive side, man. Trestan Ebner, I think, did an excellent job for the Chicago Bears. He had 31 yards on the rushing side, only had 6 rushing attempts, but he was the one who led the way in yards per rush, averaging about 5.2 yards per rush. His longest run was for 27 yards, and here's the thing, he's the only one that came away with a touchdown out of that running back room, also ending up with a nice little 12-yard pass over the middle, fighting his way into the end zone. I believe Nathan Peterman threw him that touchdown. I may be wrong on that. Maybe that was Trevor Siemian. But liked what we saw out of him. Hard runner, a lot of intensity, kind of guy you want to bring in, right, and have just kind of be on your bench this season, have as your number 2, and slowly work his way up the rotation as you kind of go through all of the running back situation. Y'all know how I feel about running backs, right? You never pay a running back, so I don't expect David Montgomery to be here next season. I think he's going to be a perfect replacement for the Chicago Bears as you kind of move guys up the roster. You get Khalil Herbert moved up. You're going to have Trestan Ebner on this thing as well. It's going to be good to have that kind of strong running back in there, and he didn't seem like he slowed down at any point, right? Like, he seemed like when guys were trying to hit him, trying to knock him over, trying to move him out the way, he was the one who was fighting his way through. And listen, he only got the 1 passing target, but I thought he did a good job. His hands looked pretty good in that target, so I guess if you come away with a touchdown, your hands are going to look pretty good. But I really liked what I saw out of Trestan Ebner on the offensive side. Another guy on the offensive side that you have to give credit to and have to say, listen, this guy came out and balled. Braxton Jones, to me, did a really, really good job. I was watching some of the All-22 tape on what Justin Fields was doing, and the entire time I'm watching it, right, I'm watching Braxton Jones out there win battles. I'm watching him. He did get pushed back a little bit, right? There was a couple of plays where he does end up getting moved into Justin's lap, but he did a good job. I love the hand technique on him, able to keep his hands up, but getting him into the body, right, not grabbing on, not trying to hook, not trying to wrap, doing a lot of a good movement. I thought his footwork coming off of the snap was excellent to put himself in a great position. It seems like Ryan Poles really found a gem in this guy just based off of the intangibles on the footwork of it, right? Like, you found this guy in the 5th round, so I'm really impressed by what we saw out of Braxton Jones here. And I feel like, I mean, it's just preseason week 1, right? There still could be some ups and downs, but I feel like he's definitely solidified himself in that starting position at that left tackle spot. And so I think he's going to be the one that you're going to see more times than not in that left tackle spot. And I think it's pretty much his job going forward. I don't think he ends up losing this to Tevin Jenkins or anybody coming up, by the way, who looked bad to me. Looked real bad. I mean, I think he kind of got it together at the end, laid a couple of big blocks, but man, he was looking like a turnstile in there early on. But again, he didn't practice a ton, didn't have training camp. That could play into it, I guess, but it looked rough. But no, I really loved what I saw out of Braxton Jones. I feel like he's a guy that it makes me feel better about starting a rookie, seeing him on the field and seeing the kind of technique that he was able to provide. So hopefully, you know, that ends up translating to the field, that ends up translating to the regular season, and we see a little bit better protection for Justin Fields. But on the defensive side of things, and let me know if you guys agree, I mean, I think you have to give it to Jack Sanborn. He was everywhere on the field. Let me know what you guys thought about Jack Sanborn in the comments below. He was everywhere on the field. I mean, 5 tackles on the day. He had an interception. He had a fumble recovery. The only thing he didn't end up getting Saturday was a touchdown off of a pick six, right? I thought that he showed really good energy off of the ball. I was really concerned about where we were going to be at this linebacker position. Now, listen, again, vanilla offenses, right? There's still concerns there. He's still a rookie. I would like to not go into this season worrying about a rookie linebacker being over the middle, but I thought he attacked off of the ball really well. I thought he had really quick instincts. I thought he was flying to everywhere that he had to be in front or just in a good position, right, to make a hit. I thought he when you kind of watch his game, you see him reacting. And I think this is the thing about what the Bears have kind of gone out and found with a lot of these rookies on the defensive end. Jaquan Brisker, Jack Sanborn, kind of how I feel about these guys, right? Even Dominique Robinson to an extent. You see them reacting before the play fully develops. You see them reacting before the play really gets underway. When you watch Jack Sanborn's game, man, I mean, he like as the quarterback's dropping back, he's looking around, ready to make his read. Boom, Sanborn reacts. He's getting to the right spot. I thought that was really good instincts on a guy like Jack Sanborn. I really was impressed by his game. He was the one player out of anybody, right? And let me know in the comments below. He surprised me the most. Like, I kind of expected some level of play from the other rookies on this team, but Jack Sanborn really surprised me. So I thought on the defensive side, he did a great job for the Chicago Bears. Of course, you can't leave here without talking about Jaquan Brisker. Jaquan Brisker absolutely was a dog for the Bears in that first game, and it's very indicative of what we have been seeing. That's the thing that you want to see, right? Like, are the things that we're hearing in practice actually and in training camp actually going to materialize on the field? And in his first practice, Jaquan Brisker absolutely materialized that on the field. He had 3 tackles in total, came down with 1 assisted tackle as well. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but literally forced a 3 and out pretty much by himself, getting in the backfield, blowing up a play over the middle. I think he blew up an out route as well. So really did a great job defensively, dominating on and just, again, ball instincts, being everywhere on the field, knowing where to fly to, reacting before the ball was thrown. I thought we saw a lot of good things out of Eddie. I thought we saw a lot of good things out of Treston Ebner, and I do think that he'll be a really good complement to a guy like Eddie Jackson, right, where he can play the strong. Eddie can gamble a little bit, but Eddie also can play back and be that protection for him if he has to gamble, right? I think if you got 2 guys that are able to fly to the ball like you have in Jaquan Brisker and Eddie Jackson, then you're going to see a lot of attempts for picks this season. I think you're going to have a ball hawking DB group here, and I'm really excited to see that. And then the last rookie on defense that really impressed me, I mean, I get it, it's against the 2s and mostly 3s, but Dominique Robinson. I thought Dominique Robinson did a really good job kind of showing us what he was, right? Getting into the backfield, ends up recording a sack, caused a lot of pressure there. I thought that he is a futures move. He is a guy who is raw. He is a guy who is talent. He is Ryan Poles' version of Shea McClellan, except you took him late in the draft. I thought that he was a really nice asset to the team on Saturday, and you saw, right, just flying off of the ball, off of the snap, right? Again, that instinct, that quick twitch, that attack. As soon as the ball is moved, he's flying off of the ball, attacking the lineman. I thought we saw a lot of good instinct out of Dominique Robinson. Spent some time in that backfield as well, causing those pressures. Those are things that you want to see out of him, right? Now, I don't expect him to get a ton of time this season because, again, he is a raw player. There is a lot that has to be developed there. There is a lot that has to be built up there, but it was good to see that on his first go on the field, he was able to get off of the ball quickly. He was able to do those things that, right, no matter who you're playing, whether you're playing the 1s, the 2s, or the 3s, you still have to do to even have a chance to make a play on something. You were seeing Dominique Robinson be able to do a lot of that on Saturday. And so I keep wanting to say Sunday. It was so weird that it was a football game on Saturday. And so I really was excited. It was really exciting to see how he was able to beat his man opposite him and get to the quarterback. You know, those are the things, those are the kind of quick moves, the quick twitch moves, the attack moves, the little things, the subtle things that you see from the best guys in the NFL, that you see from a Robert Quinn, that you see from a Khalil Mack, right? Those things that just throw a lineman off just a little bit. Now, Khalil Mack is just pure strength as well, but that you see from a Khalil Mack, that you see from a Robert Quinn, right? Where he's able to just okay, let me do this real quick, and now I'm past you. And then all of a sudden, right, he's in the backfield, and he said he's learning a lot from Robert Quinn. I don't know if he ended up trying any of those moves that he was talking about with Robert Quinn teaching him, but you would hope that some of those moves came in handy for him, especially having somewhat of a little bit similar kind of style of game. I would expect if he turns into that level of player, right, that would be the kind of game that you would see from a Dominique Robinson. So was really excited to see him as well. And then finally, I can't leave here without giving this guy credit. He was a dog and probably got the most work out of any Bear out there. Trenton Gill, give yourself a hand, my good sir. Trenton Gill was a dominant punter on the day. This is the part where everybody turns the video off, man. If you haven't liked the video yet, hit that like button, bro. He had 7 punts on the day for 298 yards. His average punt was 42 yards. His longest punt was 53 yards. 3 of his 7 punts end up landing inside of the 20, and he only had 1 touchback on the day. By the way, that 1 touchback literally landed at the 2 and bounced straight up, but the guy that was supposed to be recovering it fell into the end zone with the football. So he could have had 4 punts inside the 20. He was dropping dimes, dropping bombs, and listen, it's tough to go out there and find a good punter. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough to find somebody that's actually just going to have that pinpoint accuracy. By the way, also in Chicago. Now, granted, right, he hasn't had to kick in Chicago wins and things like that are going to eventually come. He'll hopefully learn how to do that. But at least in these conditions, he is dropping bombs out here. And so I had to give him some praise as well, man. But I was really impressed by the Bears rookies, man. Let me know how you guys felt about this Bears rookie class in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. And let me know how you guys feel about Ryan Poles' first draft class. What would you give Poles as a grade or on just an eye for talent? Let me know that in the comments below as well. Hey, man, I'll be down there talking with you guys. As always, man, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Bears content. Click the links on the screen or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.